Sheryl Lee Ralph is finally moving in with her husband, Vincent. Hey, check this out. In 15 years, the two have been in a bi-coastal relationship for 15 years. According to a source, regular visits every 2 weeks is no longer enough.
Traditional values on the way things work ain't for everybody. Sheryl Lee Ralph has been smiling for 20 plus years. No issues, no problems. So she did what works for her.
Chad Johnson and Unc Shannon Sharp, of course, you may know they have what's called Nightcap. That's their podcast here on YouTube. And they were recently talking about Sheryl Lee Ralph and that she's finally moving in with her husband after 15 years. They lived on 2 different coasts and maintained their marriage throughout this time. So as you heard Ocho, he said sometimes traditions just don't work and you have to do what works for you. Shannon was surprised at this because he grew up with tradition. I grew up with tradition. And this is nothing new. Kevin Samuels talked about it before. That's when I first heard about it. And I was like, that's perfect. Kevin Samuels said that he felt living apart together, that's what it's called. He felt like that would be great for anybody who's the only child, anybody who has spent the bulk of their lives alone or not sharing a space, because it's hard to leave your space or bring someone into your space. So this is not uncommon, but it made me question. And I was just talking to a friend of mine about traditional marriage. I asked him, do you think it's obsolete? I said, it's just so many things are changing now. And should I just stop talking about it? Is it obsolete? But as Ocho said, you have to do what works for you. And with Sheryl Lee Ralph, this works for her. Now, her husband is a senator. And the person that I was talking to and having this conversation with, he's worked behind the scenes with politicians for the last 20 years. So he knows a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything going on at home, but we live in a different world now, and there's a lot of access to a lot of things that could be causing Sheryl to want to go home. Yeah. Kudos to them for being together this long, being able to live apart this long, getting on those planes, going to see each other every couple of weeks. Shout out to them for that. So guys, what do you think? Is that something you would consider if you got married, living apart together? Let's talk about it, guys. And as always, thanks so much for listening. And if you haven't, please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification so you'll know when I upload a video. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.